My cat's a really good companion. She makes me feel loved, I guess is a good way to say it. She's always there for me. That's the great thing about pets. Like when you're down or when you're happy, no matter what, they're always there. She always makes me feel very warm and welcome. She actually, when I come home, she always greets me at the door for the most part. She makes me feel welcome. I got my cat about 3 years ago. I had moved to LA recently, fairly recently. I'd been here about a year, and I had had a cat my whole life, living in Michigan and everything. I always had a cat growing up. I decided eventually that it was time and I wanted to get one, so I went to a local, it was a lady who took animals that were going to be put to sleep at the shelter and took them to her home and fostered them and found homes for them. So I went to her and she had tons of kittens just running around. And I really wanted a kitten too because my cat I had back in Michigan before I moved here, I got her as an adult. So this time around I wanted a little kitten. So there's just tons of them. They're really cute. They're running all over the place. And I was just going through each cat and kind of like playing with them a little bit and seeing which one I liked. And there was one little kitten. She was super teeny, just a little, you know, just maybe 2 weeks old or 3 weeks old. And I picked her up and I thought she was really cute. And then I set her on the cat tree and I went to go look at other cats and she just followed me around and then she climbed to the very top of the cat tree and it was just like meowing at me. She's very much like, no, don't go, you know, don't play with other cats, play with me. And I ended up adopting her. And her name is Sam and she's a calico and she's a very sweet kitty. I think it was nice getting a cat when I moved to LA because I moved here and I didn't know anyone. So of course when I was first starting out I didn't have many friends and was still learning the city, and it can be a scary place coming from. I was from Michigan originally, so it's a big transition, and it was nice always having that one constant. Like I moved a lot. I think I lived in like 5 places in a year, just subleasing in little month-to-month places. So having a cat was a really nice comfort. Like I could always come home to that. I could always, when I was lonely, I'd have that, and it almost made me feel like it was more of a home to me. I think when I was about 9 years old, my neighbors, we had these terrible neighbors, and they moved away and they just left their cat. They just didn't want her. And she was super thin and she looked really old. She was like really bony, and I immediately was like, oh, well, I'll take care of her. So somehow I got cat food. I don't know if I got convinced my mom to let me feed her. And she was only allowed to stay outside. Like she couldn't come in the house, she couldn't, you know. And the good thing about her was she was very scared of everyone. Like she was very timid because I'm sure her owners abused her, but she liked me for some reason. She decided to trust me. And so yeah, I had her for 19 years and she slowly kind of segued her way into our family, like slowly bit by bit moved her way. Like she could start living in the garage. And then my mom was like, okay, well she can come in the basement. And then after that, suddenly she got reign of the whole house. This past summer I was traveling a lot, so I was for work and family stuff, and I was constantly gone and staying in different places, and so it was really nice when I finally got to come home. It was actually, my roommates still take care of her. They do a great job taking care of her while I'm gone, but she started like a week after I'd been gone a couple weeks, just sleeping by the front door, and they say like she was just waiting for me to come home. So it was really nice once I finally came home that she was there to greet me, and she was it's nice to feel missed too. It was very sweet. And sometimes she can be since she's not a lap cat and not affectionate, sometimes it'll feel like, oh, does she even, you know, like me, or she just want me to feed her? But instances like that really show that she missed me, so that was nice. Though no one ever sees it, but she never does in front of people to make me look bad, but she plays fetch, and she plays it with bobby pins. Little hairpins are her favorite thing to play. Oh, and twist ties. She loves twist ties. So I can just be watching a movie and I can just lay in bed and just throw a twist tie, and she'll just run, grab it, and jump up on the bed, drop it, and then just get ready to like go. Be like, throw it again, throw it again. I used to live in a small studio, and in the morning she'd kind of do my morning routine with me. She'd get out of bed when I got out of bed, and she'd come in the bathroom, and while I brushed my teeth and did my hair, put in my contacts, she'd always sit on the toilet. And she'd jump up there, and one day the toilet seat was open and she didn't notice, and she jumped right into the toilet, and she just freaked out and was just like trying to get, she was a really little kitten, just trying to get out, and like pulled her out, and she just like looked really embarrassed. She was just like, oh God. So it was really funny. Since I have a lot of roommates, they're always interacting with her, so I think she gets used to being handled by lots of people, and she's just come accustomed to it. And she's I like to say she's a very chill cat. Like things don't bother her. Like my one roommate, he can just do whatever he wants with her. He'll carry her around the house above his head, and she just likes it. She just likes seeing the view from that angle. He can flip her upside down, but she likes to sleep on her back with her stomach out, like completely, almost like a human. Like sometimes she'll even get under the covers with her head on the pillow, laying on her back. So that's always really funny to see her sleeping like that. She's good at playing hide and seek too, or she pounces. Like so many times during the day, I'm sure my roommates hear me go like, ah, because I'll just walk into my room and she will just full leap at me in the air, and it just, every time, you'd think I'd be used to it by now, but it just gets me every single time, and I just jump back, and then she'll just run and hide and want me to walk by and keep playing that. I chose a cat over a dog, I think, because I like how low maintenance cats are. They're still, I think sometimes cats get a bad rep. People may have had bad experiences with them not being affectionate or being, clawing or anything like that. But I don't think that's the case, or I think at least cat people know that's not the case. I just like that they're always there, but you don't have to constantly be, interacting and playing and giving attention, but they're always there for you. I love my cat more than any other cat because she's my cat, because she's always there for me, and I don't have to worry about her, or it's almost like sometimes I think she likes to take care of me. She likes to be there for me, and she's just really sweet.